Hey everybody. So today I wanted to talk about exogenous ketones. And before we start, I am a independent prove-it distributor or promoter as we call it. So I do need to disclose that before I actually talk about stuff. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. This weekend when I was working the Prove-It booth, which is the maker of Keto OS, it's one of the products that I promote. I was able to get asked this a lot and also ask some of the questions to the people that helped create it and listen to their presentations as I yawn here. But anyways, so exogenous ketones. I get asked a lot, what are they? Do they have a place? And are they just some fancy pee for the most part? And there's actually a lot of uses for exogenous ketones. It's not just expensive pee. So here are some of the uses that exogenous ketones can be used for. Exogenous ketones will put you in a state of ketosis in anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes depending on the person, and research has shown that they can stay in your system for up to 6 hours. So there's a whole lot of bio-individuality in there. Not everybody's going to have them in their system for 6 hours. So there's a lot of variables in there, but that's just what research has shown. So this is, as I yawn again, this means that if you were to test your blood, you will have a measurable amount of ketones. So one of the big questions that I got a lot is, what about, should I be taking exogenous ketones if I'm trying to lose weight? And the answer to that is, well, let's rephrase that. If I want to lose weight, is a direct cause, will taking exogenous ketones cause me to lose weight? So the answer to that is twofold. Will it directly cause you to lose weight? Meaning if you don't change a thing, will taking exogenous ketones cause you to lose weight? No. Exogenous ketones are not a direct cause of weight loss. Now, they are an indirect result of taking exogenous ketones. So once you start taking ketones, you're going to start to feel better, whether it be from the ketones kind of adding some clarity to your brain, help improve that cognitive function. So some of the benefits that you're going to get from ketones will cause you to start to feel better. So you're going to go out and do more things. So you're going to become more active. You're not going to eat the same junk foods. Thankfully, exogenous ketones kind of has an appetite suppressant. So you're not going to be going out and eating the same amount of food. So indirectly, by cleaning up your diet and being more active, you're going to burn more calories and you're going to burn more and more fat. So it's an indirect cause for fat loss. Another one that I got asked a lot was, if I'm already in a state of ketosis, why would I need to take exogenous ketones? So those of us who are in ketosis, and those of you that are in ketosis are thinking about it, as you know, what you eat kind of determines ketone production. So if you eat too much protein, it might cause a larger insulin response, which halts ketone production. Now that doesn't mean that it's going to immediately be stored as fat, but it might have an insulin response. Drinking coffee has an insulin response, so that might kind of stall you a little bit. Certain artificial sweeteners like sucralose have a insulin response, so that might stunt some ketone production. So if I feel like I'm humming along on all cylinders at a measurable amount of, we'll say, 2.5 millimolars, if I eat stuff and it causes me to drop to 0.8 or 1, I'm able to take the exogenous ketones and boost my level a little bit. So how does that relate? Well, let's say you're a carb burner and you had that cup of coffee, but you're still groggy, you're tired. You take that Red Bull that just has a buttload of sugar in it, and all of a sudden, hey, I'm feeling great. So exogenous ketones supply that same thing. Now another use is for therapeutic use. Now when I say therapeutic use, I mean boosting or supplying ketones to minimize some yawns. No, that's not it. Anyways, so taking exogenous ketones to help improve your cognitive function for your brain. People with epilepsy or people that are experiencing, ketogenic diets were used to treat epilepsy. So what I am about to say next just means that studies are starting to show in a rat model that exogenous ketones combined with a ketogenic diet can help reduce or alleviate Alzheimer's, dementia, anxiety, depression, and some of these diseases or illnesses that we once thought to be either genetic or environmentally reduced. We can alleviate the symptoms through the use of a ketogenic diet and ketones. So there's 3 different reasons why you might want to take exogenous ketones depending on what your goal is. Personally, I take them for athletic performance. So anytime that I'm out on an exercise lasting longer than 2 hours, I fuel my body straight on fat and exogenous ketones. And from my experience, I've done 2 Ironmans on ketones with the help of Generation UCAN. But Generation UCAN is a super starch, so it supplies my body with a slow release carbohydrate. Now, with the use of Generation UCAN, their directions typically is 1 scoop per 60 to 90 minutes of exercise. So when combined with the use of exogenous ketones, from my personal experience, so it's a N=1 study, I have been able to go up to 4 hours of sustained cycling, probably in anywhere from that zone 3 to zone 4 range, with the use of exogenous ketones only, and that's 2 servings of Keto OS Max. So it's a more optimized formulation. Now, with the use of Generation UCAN, I've been able to reduce the amount of Generation UCAN from 1 scoop per hour down to 1 scoop per 3 hours. So for me in my stomach, I'm not taking down that goopy liquid. I'm just taking down 1 scoop per 3 hours. But that also depends on the course and the intensity of the ride. So there's a lot of other variables, but that's just my personal use. I don't use them for weight loss. I don't use them for improved brain cognition, even though I notice it after I drink a couple. And that's it. So if you have any questions regarding the use of exogenous ketones, just put them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer questions, and I might do a Facebook Live Q&A with them as well. So that's all I have to say.